She had everything money could buy, except the one thing she prayed for every single night. When CEO Evelyn Hart's little girl hadn't spoken a single word in 4 years, the world saw her as a woman with power, perfection, and poise. But behind her designer suits and boardroom brilliance, Evelyn was just a mother, one who broke down in silence every time her daughter, Lily, turned away when she tried to speak. And the day she took Lily to the playground, hoping to give her just one normal afternoon, she had no idea that a stranger would walk in her life and change everything, starting with a single, trembling word that slipped from her daughter's lips for the very first time. The autumn air was soft that day, wrapping the city park in golden light. Evelyn sat on the bench, her phone on silent for once, watching Lily clutch her stuffed bunny like a lifeline. The playground was full of laughter, kids running, swinging, shouting names, but Lily just stood near the sandbox, her eyes wide and distant. She didn't like noise. She didn't like strangers. And she definitely didn't like when other kids tried to talk to her. Evelyn's heart squeezed painfully as she watched her little girl take a hesitant step toward the slide, then retreat back, her fingers curling around her bunny tighter. "Go on, sweetheart," Evelyn whispered softly, forcing a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. "You can try." But Lily only stared down at her shoes, her lips trembling. Evelyn swallowed hard, blinking away the sting in her eyes. She didn't want to cry here, not in front of the other parents who glanced her way, whispering behind their coffee cups about the CEO mom who doesn't know how to handle her kid. She'd heard it before, but they didn't know the truth, how Evelyn had sat through therapy sessions, hospital visits, speech specialists, how she traded board meetings for bedtime stories and still ended every night in tears. That was when a deep, calm voice broke through the chatter. "Mind if I sit here?" Evelyn looked up. A tall man stood before her, wearing a gray hoodie and a gentle smile. His dark hair was a bit messy, his jeans faded, and yet something about him was steady, like the world slowed down around him. "Sure," Evelyn said, shifting slightly to give him space. He nodded his thanks, eyes drifting toward the sandbox. "That your little one?" Evelyn followed his gaze. Lily was crouched down now, carefully building a small tower with wet sand. "Yeah," she said softly. "That's my daughter, Lily. She's got focus," the man said with a grin. "That's rare these days." Evelyn smiled faintly. "She's quiet. Quiet's good," he replied easily. "The world's loud enough already." Something in his tone made her glance at him again. There was no pity in his voice, no judgment. Just calm, genuine understanding. That's when she noticed a little boy running toward them, a boy with messy brown curls and the same warm eyes. "Dad! Dad! Look what I found!" he shouted, holding up a shiny pebble. The man chuckled. "Nice find, champ. Why don't you show it to your new friend over there?" Evelyn froze. Her heart began to race. "Oh no, wait, she doesn't," but the boy was already skipping toward Lily, holding out the pebble with a grin. "Hey, I'm Noah. You want to see?" Lily looked up, startled, her fingers gripping the bunny tighter. Evelyn braced herself for the usual reaction, for Lily to turn away, shut down, hide her face. But instead, Lily just stared at the pebble. Noah crouched beside her, whispering something Evelyn couldn't hear. Then, slowly, Lily reached out and touched the pebble that Evelyn's breath caught. Noah smiled wider. "It's lucky," he said softly. "My mom used to say it talks to nice people." Lily blinked once, twice. Then, like a sound cracking through the silence of years, she whispered, "Lucky." Evelyn froze. Her entire world stopped moving. She stood, her heart slamming against her ribs, tears rushing to her eyes before she could stop them. "Lily," she choked out, barely able to breathe. Lily turned, her small lips trembling, and said again, this time louder, "Lucky." Evelyn covered her mouth, her vision blurring with tears. It had been 4 years since she'd heard her daughter's voice, for long, aching years. The man looked at her, startled, then at Lily. She spoke. Evelyn nodded, unable to speak herself. The next few minutes passed in a blur of laughter, tears, and disbelief. Noah and Lily sat side by side, playing in the sand as if they'd known each other forever. The man introduced himself as Adam, just a single dad who worked as a mechanic nearby. He told her he came to this park every afternoon after picking Noah up from school. "Guess fate wanted us here today," he said quietly, smiling at Lily. Evelyn couldn't even argue. It felt like fate, like life had chosen this exact moment to show her that hope wasn't gone after all. As the sun dipped lower, painting the sky in pink and gold, Evelyn watched Lily run after Noah, her laughter soft but real. For the first time in years, the sound didn't break her heart. It healed it. But deep down, she also felt fear. What if this was a one-time miracle? What if Lily shut down again tomorrow? She couldn't bear to lose that spark, not after seeing her daughter come alive. And as she turned to thank Adam again, she found him looking at her with the same quiet intensity. "Sometimes," he said, "kids just need to feel safe before they find their voice." His words sank deep. Evelyn realized he wasn't just talking about Lily. He was talking about her too. In the following weeks, Evelyn and Lily returned to the playground every day. Adam and Noah were always there. The children grew inseparable, and so did their parents, though neither said it aloud. Evelyn learned that Adam had lost his wife 2 years ago, cancer. He'd been doing his best ever since, patching cars by day and patching hearts by night. His strength wasn't loud. It was quiet and steady, the kind that held broken things together. One chilly afternoon, when Lily ran to show Adam a drawing she'd made, Evelyn stood there watching them. "You know," she said softly, "I used to think I had everything figured out, that I could control life if I just work hard enough. But watching her, it's like learning to breathe again." Adam smiled. "Maybe she's teaching both of us how." That evening, as they all sat on the park bench watching the sunset, Lily looked up at her mother and whispered, "Mommy." Evelyn broke again, this time not in pain, but in gratitude. She wrapped her arms around her daughter, her heart full, the tears finally feeling like release instead of sorrow. She glanced at Adam, who was smiling quietly, his son leaning against him. For the first time, Evelyn didn't feel alone. She didn't feel like a CEO trying to fix a problem. She felt like a mother who had finally found hope, and maybe, just maybe, love. That'd be why the time the last light faded, she knew that day had changed her forever. Because sometimes the most powerful things in life don't happen in boardrooms or behind closed doors. They happen in playgrounds with laughter, sand, and a little girl who finally found her voice. And as Evelyn watched Lily's smile brighten the night, she realized something. Miracles don't always come with fanfare. They often begin with one small word, one single connection, one unexpected heart meeting another. Sometimes healing begins not when you plan for it, but when love quietly sits down beside you on a park bench and simply says, "Mind if I sit here?"